Once upon a time, there was a 27-year-old young man who was deeply passionate about fitness and exercise. Every day, he spent hours working out, sculpting his body into a strong and well built form. However, one unfortunate day, he met with an unexpected accident at the gym and suffered serious injuries requiring hospitalization. Though his life was no longer in danger, he suffered fractures in his arms and legs, rendering him unable to walk for weeks. Even lifting a glass of water was a challenge. After being discharged from the hospital and taking the necessary rest, he was eager to return to the gym and resume his workouts. Unable to contain his excitement, he consulted his doctor, hoping to start exercising again. The doctor, an older man, almost his father says, listened patiently to his concerns. Then he advised, "Wait, young man, you are still in the recovery phase. Jumping back into intense workouts isn't advisable. You need to wait a little longer." But the young man protested, "Doctor, I cannot just sit idle all day. Please suggest me a solution that allows me to exercise in some way." Understanding his eagerness, the doctor finally said, "Okay, young man, I get your determination. You can start exercising, but on one condition. You must not lift more than 1 kilogram for the next 2 months. If you experience any discomfort, consult me immediately. Also, your daily walking limit should be no more than 1 kilometer. If you push beyond these limits, you will suffer the consequences later. The choice is yours." Frustrated, the young man responded, "But doctor, before this accident, I used to lift tons of weights and jog miles. Now you are telling me just 1 kilogram and 1 kilometer for 2 months. My mind isn't ready to accept this." Doctor smiled and explained, "Your physical condition was different back then. Now you are in recovery, and there is no alternative. Think of this as a rebirth. Forget what you used to do. Focus on what you can do now. Starting small doesn't mean failure. Even in the beginning of your fitness journey, you started with little weights, didn't you? You never lifted 5 or 10 kilos right away. So do the same now. Start small, keep going, and eventually you will be back on track." Though reluctant, the young man followed the doctor's advice. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and after 6 months, he stood before the gym mirror. His strength had returned, his body was back in shape, and he could effortlessly lift heavy weights again. That day, he realized an important lesson. Whether in fitness or life, recovering from setbacks and returning to one's peak requires patience, time, and perseverance.